Здравствуйте, мои дорогие зрители данного канала, с вами Даркинг. Я продолжаю проходить Alan Wake 2, последний черновик. В данном прохождении я буду собирать все коллекционные предметы, поэтому можете использовать данное прохождение как гайд. Быть слово, можно его отыскать.
I was sure I had the answer on the plot board.
Где же это слоебучее слово? Я не могу его найти. Стрелка идет вперед. А куда вперед? А вот и слово. Ну что ж, мы все отыскали, давайте пойдем дальше по сюжету.
This new plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
Давайте перепробуем все варианты доски сюжета.
Was affecting the scene. The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Alan Wake.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I found. The plot element I found would drive the story forward. A sick and twisted story. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now. None of this was real. It was unreal.
Наконец, наше первое, полностью собранное слово. Слова ремонта. Ну, так, там нет ничего сюжетно важного. Не будем заходить в данную комнату. Побережем патроны и пойдем дальше.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
Настало время охренительных загадок. Угу. Еще одно слово силы. Нашел. Так. Долой свет. Он мне нужнее будет.
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
Давайте встанем тут и будем пробовать совершенно разные сюжеты. Ничего особо сильно не поменялось. Давайте дальше.
The scene changed with the story. The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
Ах, вы нехорошие люди. Все равно не тот сюжет. попробуем тогда по-другому зайти. Мне это не сложно.
Alan Wake.
Показалось, это вон там открытые двери.
Alan Wake.
Опа.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story. The key to reaching the
Будем
dark side.
честны, Сэм Лейк прекрасный актер
This was still
и сценарист.
the story had to go on.
Я в домике.
Alan Wake.
Я немножко не понимаю, как попасть внутрь. А вот, я идиот, простите, пожалуйста. Новый отголосок.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
И все. Опять разочарование. Пусто. Какого хрена? Наконец-то. А куда? Ясно, понятно. Прямо сейчас нам нужно вернуться на станцию метро и выполнить призыв. Мы должны будем призвать самого себя. Эх, логично же. Нет, как самого себя. Мы должны будем призвать тьму. Тьму мы и призовем. Но сначала посмотрим профиль факелоносцев.
The scene here had changed.
The torchbearers painted the tree there. The tree of knowledge. The tree of life with its roots reaching down to hell. It could have been a Christmas tree for all the good it did them.
Давай, Alan Wake, крути педали, пока пизды не дали. Беги. И всё. Ты воняешь слабостью.
I could get through. I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Нельзя оборачиваться. Нельзя. Не зря я это сделал. Ну а теперь можно.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
Глядя на карту последний раз, увидишь, что мы не посеяли ничего, кроме тайника, чемоданчика. И пойдем дальше.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Сердце спиздили.
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Not Cauldron Lake. you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Давайте послушаем данный саундтрек. К тому же он реально прекрасен. Блин, я думал, мы вернемся к концу саги Андерсон.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Что за... Ну, вы находили этот стих. Стих добавился как новый контент в New Game. Какого хрена?
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Цыганские фокусы мы выйдем в метро в самом начале игры.
The station had changed. I was closer now. Changing a plot element.
Печально, что я не могу изменить станцию. Я бы посмотрел, чтобы изменилось.
I can use this. I need
tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to
Интересный
escape?
факт. Актер, кто играет Алана Вейка, родился в 1975 году, насколько я помню. Но это не точно. Возможно, он родился так, что написано. Вот, ну. Что ж. Не, ну хотя, насколько я помню, 48. Поэтому, да, все-таки родился в 1975 году, а не 1977.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper to the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Да, мы помним, что Элис вернула себе память о темной обители и вернулась за Аланом Уэйком. Интересный сюжетный поворот.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story? Alice. What was that? Like a ray of warm light, I felt her presence.
Мы не должны были найти фотографии так рано. Что за хрень? Мы не должны были увидеть наш конец. Слишком рано для этого. Ты орешь?
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch.
А
How did Alice
боже,
get this?
это же героиня
Is he
Control.
stalking her?
Появилось больше отсылок на другие игры. Мне это нравится.
This is the door to my study.
И в таком вот я не мог попасть в обычной
This
игре.
symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Какого хрена? Этого точно не было.
Alice's memory card.
Были карты памяти, но не снимки.
creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Элис? Это не может быть. Это неправда. Ой, это не Элис, это моя. Блять. Придурок. Скорее всего, мне зачеркивать скретч по-английски. Человек что-либо зачеркивает, грубо говоря, подписывается как скретч.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time it...
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author.
Это же наша обитель
Ring any
разума.
bells?
Но почему? Ведь до приезда в Bright Falls ни разу тут не были. Как мы узнали об этой комнате?
How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages.
That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Хорошо, давайте пока что закроем дело и
Wake
откроем
just gave us
новые.
a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start.
Не знаю, как вы, но я обожаю составлять новые дела, расставлять улики и читать, читать и читать.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Странно, я не помню этого дела. Его не было до DLC вроде бы. Или оно было, но работало по-другому. Ребята, вы же понимаете, что опередить историю невозможно. Без шансов.
Creepy dolls, mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess. The FBC is definitely playing with things they don't fully understand. And that always goes well. Yes.
Наконец-то.
Saga fired the rifle, hit the taken again, pulled back the bolt to reload. She fired again, another hit, faster, again, yet faster, again. A strange, lethal feedback loop forming, speeding up.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. This is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No! You need me there!
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages. When this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake.
Давайте на сегодня закончим данную серию. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Пожалуйста, подписывайтесь, мне ставьте лайки, это будет большой меня поддержкой снимать ролики и дальше. Даже если будете меня поддерживать, я продолжу заниматься моим любимым делом. Всем спасибо и пока.